Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between. I am your host, Masker, and today we're going to be talking about the Psychopomp Iceberg. Psychopomp is absolutely my favorite indie horror game from all the slop that is in the Steam store. I don't think we need an introduction on what an iceberg is. It's an image of an iceberg. The deeper we go, the more hidden the information gets. So let's start with the video. The catacombs are places that you can go to under government buildings. Under the game's lore, it specifies that there's a catacomb under every government building. In the game, you can go through three of them, one in the school, one in the hospital, one in the sewers. Psychopomp helmet. The helmet that you wear in the game are actually created by the character itself, Vena. In the game, you use it so you can see things that are not usually seen by the normal eye. There are 3 eggs in the game that you can get, one after finishing each stage, which are gonna help you later down in the story. The hammer. It's the hammer. Down we go means the animation that starts after entering any elevator in the game. Carbonic. Carbonic is the main creator of the game, Psychopomp. Eternal nurses, those are the same nurses that you can see when going down the elevator in the hospital. Zvivinash, Visionary, and Kruzniar Colvin are the king and queen in the story. They serve as gods in the game's lore. Would you like to be tangled up is a text that you can see when talking to the kawaii stock inside the catacombs under the sewage. Dragonfly Shrine. The closest thing I could find to it is the shrine that you can see inside the catacombs under the sewage treatments. Transient locations are locations that you can find by completing each level in the game. Song when completing the first ending of the game is the song that you hear after finishing the main ending of the game. False walls is only one wall in the game that you can find in the hospital that you can break using the hammer. Daddy's Bad Place is a location in the game that you can find in one of the transient locations. It's a room with a TV in it that gives a national warning to the citizens of the country that the Psychopomp game takes in.
Repeat. At 3:45 a.m. today, a state of emergency was declared following the appearance of a large unknown insectoid creature in the Melbourne borough of Central City. The creature is unpredictable and is considered to be highly dangerous. This is not a drill. If you are inside, stay inside. If you are outside, find the nearest shelter. If you are thinking, stop thinking. The insect may appear to you as a human. It is not. It is an aberration of your imagination and does not exist. Stay away from the insect, as it is highly dangerous. Do not attempt to communicate with the insect, as it is highly dangerous. The insect is not real. The insect is not real. The insect is not real.
Coldman 4 posterization effect. The Coldman 4 are the 4 eyes that you see after going to the forbidden location and reading the poster in the library. The posterization effect could mean the constant use of the number 4 in the game. R2 Earths. In the game you can see the Earth 2 times, one during the tutorial and one during the end of the game. One of the Earths is bloodied and the other one is normal, so it could mean that there are 2 existing Earths at the same time. Find the heart at your home. Sadly, I searched through a lot of web pages and even the game, but I just couldn't find the tip that the entry is looking for. So, uh, Protag's name is Vena, and Protag is the Queen of Venus. I decided to merge the two entries together because they mean the same thing. In the game, we can learn that Vena is actually the queen, and the queen's name is Venash Visionary. Psychopomp is up to interpretation. Well, that's because even if you learn everything about the game is still a mystery and there's still a lot of theories that you can make. Psychopomp is the manifestation of anxiety and paranoia. In the whole game that you play, no character is similar to you. No creature acts like the player or the character itself. And the character designs and the atmosphere is really fitting and great at setting up the horror atmosphere that the game is looking for. Protag doesn't need a helmet anymore. In later parts of the game, Vena doesn't need her helmet anymore because she transforms into the Queen. The Tick is a creature that you can find in the hospital after breaking one of the false walls in the game. Going in there and talking to the eternal nurses, one of them says, study of neoparasitics is very important to us. Parasites are some of the most efficient creatures on the planet. This new parasite was developed from the body of a young teacher in Berlin. We have high hopes for her. The second eternal nurse in the room says it's hard to turn a human into a parasite. Most people would never want to be a parasite. That's why her brain is filled with dopamine 24 hours to keep her chugging it, and it works. The cochlea is the same creature that you can find while destroying the false wall. The cochlea says, I used to be a number cruncher for a big corporation. It was so boring and awful. A boring businessman. Then I got an extensive surgery to be a free floating cochlea, and I've never been happier. There is a Mariana Trench in every town. After finishing the three main stages and entering the entrance, the game gives you your final real world tip. There's a Mariana Trench in every town. Bloody Earth. In the game, in the tutorial, you can see a bloodied Earth, possibly be from the many fucked up stuff that happened during the game events. Curry is the new subject. We know from the game that Vena became the queen and she's heading to a new subject. You play at the end of the game as the king, and where the king could possibly be. Catacombs represent both paranoia and surrounding government facilities and the hidden controversies behind them and their systems. This honestly just sounds like a schizo theory. I mean, the whole game is just one schizo theory, but it should represent that the catacombs are a representation of both paranoia and surrounding government facilities and the many hidden controversies that they fell into. Open end. In the game, after you finish it, there are no ending finishing a story. The story is just opened for many theories to be opened until the developer either updates or continues the game. Fun. Remember that code that you see in the hospital? Well, actually, if you go to the website of the game and enter the code that you hear in the hospital, you'll get this image. Fun. Fun's most fun when it's with you. From sky to shining star, together forever. It's true to travel near and far. If we break too many toys and if that makes you blue, we'll reunite that king and queen and make the worlds anew. Fun will be an eternal then. We'll play forevermore. The toys will now have lives again, for better for us four. Also, I would like to mention that in the image, it has four characters, and you can probably see who are they. You have the queen, the king, the child, and the dog. That was it. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This video was my favorite one to edit since it was about my favorite game, Psychopomp. Recommend me in the comments if you want to see another iceberg type video. I was your host, Masker, and see you in the next one. Peace.